movie theaters are going the way of vinyl. This is from we know this person.
Yeah.
Verbal Riot on X posted, say what you want about Kevin Smith, but he's 100% right on this. Let's watch this clip and then we'll comment.
Because film exhibitions in the toilet. Because
but I like the theater. I like to go.
Sure, but you know what? Looking around here, are you the type of individual that also likes vinyl? Maybe
I have vinyl.
Some people are like, hey man, vinyl, I swear by it and shit. Cinema is going to become vinyl, which is like, it's never going away. But you keep looking at what's happening to multiplexes around the country. They're closing their 300-seat venues, their 200-seat venues, and they're putting in those couch chairs with the feet that go up and stuff like that. So suddenly
they'll deliver your food to you.
They'll bring food right to you, but you're going from like the mass experience of like 250 to 300 people in a theater to like 50 will sell this theater out because the ticket price has gone up, and hopefully we're going to sell you food and booze as well. That model seems completely fucking untenable. And, I think that's why AMC, big companies like that, they're sweating and they're going like this up and down. The business still hasn't completely righted itself post-pandemic. Yes, Barbenheimer was great for things and whatnot, but there's not a Barbenheimer every week.
No.
And I don't think some of those cats are ever coming back for the theatrical experience, or maybe they'll come back once in a blue moon for something big. I think it's going to probably start being like Broadway. Broadway used to be everything, right? And now it's like $150, $200 a ticket for the rarefied few who love it, but that's not mass consumption at this point.
So that's from Dante's account. Follow him at Verbal Riot Show. What do we think of Kevin's comment there, everyone?
Well, that comment comes from a show that aired almost a year ago. Michael Rosenbaum's Inside of You. And he's very much right. It's stuff that we've talked about on this show, how it's going to become boutique. Like that's what the theater thing is going to be, unless they kind of change their direction. They're able to get more butts in the seats and they're able to balance out the pricing and the economics for it. It's going to eventually become a boutique thing where you'll have one or two theaters within a big metropolis of a city that you go to for something equivalent to a Broadway show.
Yeah, it seems like every theater chain is on the brink of bankruptcy. I know Regal went through bankruptcy during the pandemic.
And the popcorn buckets are what's saving them right now because it's a merchandise store.
And those reclining chairs, because as he mentioned it, seeing a movie with 300 people sounds like a goddamn nightmare. 50 people in reclining chairs is fine. That's great. Just maybe make better movies so more people go.
Yeah. But the $20 price tag, that's the big one.
Yeah.
I recently went to the New Beverly. Forgot how old movie theaters used to look, and it's so different from what current movie theaters are at, like an AMC, it's, I don't know how do you save movie theaters the way things are going. The only way to do it is with a Minecraft or something like that, where you're trying to bring in the younger audiences. The younger audiences are watching TikTok videos. That's where they get their entertainment from. TikTok, YouTube. They're watching anime. They're not going into the movie theaters to watch. That's what we did. That's our older generation. So how do you get younger people to care about a movie if you're not doing something that's meme worthy like Minecraft or like Despicable Me was the previous year? I don't know. I think he's right. It's going down that path where we're just not going to have theaters anymore. They're going to be super niche.
You got to make it fun.
You have to make really good films. I mean, I went and saw Godzilla -1 multiple times in packed theaters.
Yeah.
That wasn't like a memeable film. It was just really good.
The other part too is that we have a drastic difference in how people date these days compared to 20 years ago. Movies were the date night movie. It's a little bit too expensive these days. I mean, me and my girlfriend, we go to comedy clubs. It is $10 a head to get inside, as opposed to $20 a ticket.
Yeah, but you got to buy drinks.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course, but the drinks are also a lot cheaper than buying a drink at a movie theater too. Like you can get a picture for $12.50.
A Scotch and soda is cheaper than a Coke at
but you have to buy two. That's the problem.
You can buy that, or you can buy.
Dude, you're on a date. Of course, you're buying
a drink. Get table service.
Yeah, buying 4 now. Yeah.
I mean, I'll just say this: the AMC, all of them are carrying merch now. They're turning into like just like
toy departments.
GameStop. They've got to
Popcorn
have
buckets
like,
are becoming
popcorn
insane.
buckets. Oh, by the way, Thunderbolts popcorn buckets readily available, $50 a pop.
I'm shocked.
$50.
Film Threat needs a popcorn bucket.
Yeah,
Well,
we do.
we are going to have one before
Yeah.
the end of the year.
By the way, what would movie theaters do without Funkos?
But I don't think that the merch is going to save it. I don't think that charging more money. You've got to make something that's mass appeal. And Badger, I disagree a little bit. 50 people. I remember as a kid going to see Star Wars in a theater with 1,200 people.
Yep.
1,200.
What theater did you go to?
Movie palaces.
Oh.
You know, like that experience is like, it's crazy the energy in the room when you see something like that with a big crowd.
Biggest room,
Yeah,
Man's
action
Chinese
movie.
in Hollywood is the biggest theater I think
Yeah.
I've been in. And so yeah, it was great. I saw a special edition of The Empire Strikes Back. Luke comes on screen. Whole theater clap. It's yeah, but also
Chris, you saw RRR there, and people were
Oh,
dancing.
no.
That was they recreated dance numbers up front. It was insane, the celebration, that movie. Like,
Yeah,
there's
but
no
here's the
way to
thing:
describe it.
the theaters aren't going to survive based on like these
Gimmicks.
these
Gimmicks.
Popcorn
know.
buckets.
well, I'm just saying like these special event type events, man. Like week to week, a movie theater is not raking in the kind of money they need, and these one-time events aren't going to save them, right? Like you could have like an R&R where they have like a full-on production and the orchestra's there, but you can only do that like what, twice, maybe 3 times.
Right.
That's not going to
Right,
be the weekly experience for going to a movie. Back in the day, man, yeah, I mean, we keep talking about back in the day and the good old days, and we're old, we get it. But you could take a date to a movie, for like $20 and have popcorn and soda and all that. And it was a cheap way for normal, everyday people to go enjoy themselves outside of their house, right? I
Right.
don't think we're going to get back to that point where theater tickets are going to be that cheap again, to where concession
No.
stands are going to be affordable. I mean, I joked earlier, but you are paying about $10 for a Coke.
Yeah.
Easily.
Well-
You're paying $10 for a Coke.
Okay, it's 8.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
Bring
but
back arcades,
you have, like,
by the way. Bring back
30% of
video
that
game
price.
arcades.
Yeah. Well, look, I love movie theaters, but like the guy that was lectured by Kevin Smith in that video, like I also have
Uncle
vinyl.
Rosenbaum?
Yeah.
That's Lex Luthor you're talking about.
Yeah, that's true. Yes. But I'm saying, like, I agree with him. I'm at the theater probably 3 times a week to see something,
Yeah.
right? Anything. So
Yeah.
I just hope it doesn't go away. And
well,
Hollywood,
Tarantino said it
I would
best.
be
That
sad when it does.
movies for the everyman entertainment, and
they were blue collar entertainment. It was cheap.
Yeah.
and
But
that's
it's
how
not cheap
some of it
anymore.
became successful. And the thing is, right now, I look at it as they're pricing themselves out of the very fan base that they need to survive.
Yep.
Well, they're pricing themselves out of the fan base. Hollywood is telling the fan base that they don't want you at their movie because movies aren't made for you, and then they're churning out crap. So it's just amalgamation of so many different things that are causing movie theaters to just go downhill.
Well, I'm
Well,
not
that's
so
the
much sure
blind
that
right now.
Hollywood is saying they don't like you. I definitely know the trades are, because they're framing a lot of that. And people like Pedro Pascal that are easily baited by these are not helping the industry at all. Because Tom Cruise isn't saying he hates the fans. I haven't heard anyone on the James Gunn side of things with Superman saying that he hates the fans that want to see the movie yet.
No, just that one fake news story. But Pedro's so damn loud, and if it bleeds, it leads. So all we hear is Pedro. Very
Right.
few.
So don't let
Toms
him
get
take up
through.
all the oxygen in the room. Let's go to the people that are actually like supportive of this. I'm waiting to hear some people from Universal talking and promoting about their upcoming movies, because I'd like to get them in on the conversation so they can realize that Disney has lost its crown of Hollywood.
Well, the press loves Pedro, but I think the audiences, are indifferent. Seriously,
Pedro fatigue.
it's Pedro, but like it's like audiences indifferent. The press loves Pedro, loves him.
Well, Hollywood loves them too because they keep putting them in everything, man.
It's
It's like this
clicks.
dude shows up in every other
Well,
movie.
or what's Hollywood putting in Pedro?
Oh,
Right now, I think it's like banks and creditors that are like banking on Pedro Pascal because they see him in so many movies. They're like, oh, he's kind of a sure thing, but they're not paying attention to how he interacts with audiences, how he's interacting with the press, any of that type of stuff. Because it's very antithetical to saying, yeah, we should have Pedro in all these movies, as opposed to, well, maybe we should have him do something that actually stretches his talent which is few and far between, sadly, because he's been playing kind of similar roles, or at least similar executions of those roles, with very rare exceptions, except for like that Nick Cage movie, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Like that was the first time I saw him do something great.
That was fun.
Yeah.
It's also what Johnny Skinwalker said. He's the token Hispanic, but he's white passing. That's what's called international appeal. It's why Zendaya's and fucking everything, because she has international appeal means she's just white enough for the racists to enjoy it. Sorry.
So much Pedro makes me long for an Aquafina movie.
Oh no.
You know what? Maybe I'm blanking out here. What was the last successful Pedro Pascal movie?
I mean, we saw that one movie, but he wasn't really Freaky Tales.
Well, no, it wasn't
not the focus.
No, it was good, but not successful. What was the last successful Pedro
The Wild
Pascal?
Robot?
Yeah, but it wasn't successful because of him.
Yeah, that's true.
He's just in it.
But he was in it.
The fact that we can't even remember or think of what his last successful movie was, or even if he had one.
Game of Thrones is the only thing I've enjoyed him in, and that was a television show.
So how is he getting cast and everything if there's if we can't think of one successful Pedro Pascal movie?
Well, oddly enough, I think it's because Antonio Banderas was too expensive, and so was Benjamin Bratt. As weird as to say, I think their prices got up, and they went for the cheap Hispanic looking guy, and now his price is starting to go up, and he's eventually going to be pricing himself out of Hollywood.
Discount Banderas.
He's the
gender fluid.
It's funny. I'm looking at his IMDb, and the thing that sticks out to me is Wonder Woman 1984.
Oh, life is good, but it could be better.
Not a good movie.
Okay, so now we can. There's some bullshit going on here now, right?
How did Gladiator
everything?
Oh my God, Gladiator!
Yeah, Gladiator.
How did that do? Was that successful? I don't remember.
No, it was not successful.
Definitely not like the original.
And that had Denzel and everything, so I don't think you can put it necessarily on Pedro.
This is your Mr. Fantastic. This is supposed to be the narrative lead for Doomsday, and the same Mr. Fantastic that will usher in the new whatever the hell MCU looks like after Secret Wars.
I'll say it. After seeing that movie Fight or Flight, Josh Hartnett should have been Reed Richards.